back to my channel. Coach Mean Reen here. Happy Tuesday to you. I hope that you're enjoying your day. And here I am. Here I am for another live. Ain't that nice? I love this shirt. Thou shalt not try me. Mood 24/7. Thou shalt not try me. Amen. So, I'm just starting the live. I'm setting up what I gotta set up, and while I'm doing that, um, while people decide whether or not they want to join the live, let me just come on in closer. I think that's a good. Hi, Miss Nikki. How are you? Welcome to the live. I'm just starting, so I like to give a few minutes before I get into the topic that I was thinking about. So how are you today? I'm doing pretty good. I've been having a pretty productive morning. This morning, I'm working from home today, so I was doing a lot of, little projects here and there. This morning, I didn't have any meetings, so that was nice. And now I'm taking lunch, and I'm talking to you. So how's your day going? So while I'm doing that, while I'm setting up, let me finish what I was doing, because I start running my mouth, child. And I have an interesting thing I was watching. Oh, you work from home too, Miss Nikki? But do you work from home all the time? I don't get to work from home every day. Hi, JC. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for showing up. What's up, pretty heart? I haven't seen you in a minute. What's up, girl? Well, I was in your live a few days ago. How are you? I'm just peachy. Now I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? Oh, you get to work from home every day. I don't. We do a hybrid schedule. How do you feel about remote work? Do you like working remotely, or would you rather go into the office? I would rather stay at home. It usually means I have 50 things going. Yes. Yes, for sure. But the reason why I really like working from home, like the days when I get to, is if I have laundry to do, if I have stuff to do, I can get it done. I can start dinner. I can do all of these things. When I'm in the office, it's like, especially since the majority of my job can be done from home. There are certain things that we do have to be in person for, but everything else can be remote. But they want us in the office. So 3 days out of the week, I have to go in. And when I go into the office, I'm sitting there at a cubicle, just sitting in this one space all day. So I get up, I walk around and all of that. But it's not the same as being at home, you know? But, it is what it is, right? Like, they not listening to us. They don't really care about the mental health of their workforce, these places. They don't really care, because if they did, they would have gave people a choice. Like, do you want to be in the office or nah? Because it would have been a big resounding hell nah for me. Guys, if you can, just hit the double tap your screen or hit the like button. I really appreciate that. Pretty Heart said, conquering the world. That's right, girl. You are doing your thing. And I really, really. Hey, Zira. Hi. Welcome to the live. You know what, Zira? Zira said, why isn't anyone liking? I'm not sure. I think sometimes people just get on to the live just to start looking at the chat, and they forget to hit the like button. And when I start talking, guys, I forget to prompt people to do that. I totally forget. I just start running my mouth. And sometimes I'll see, like, after the live, I have a bunch of views, but not that many likes. So guys, if you can remember to please hit the like button, I would appreciate it. I'm not going to keep repeating that because I one of the things I that annoy me a little bit. I mean, to each his own. So please don't take offense. Is when I go to other people's lives and they like the live, like the live, like the live. But I get it because they say that the more likes you have is like the more engagement, the more people are engaged. But I don't know if I'm shooting myself in the if I'm pew pewing or whatever, however you're supposed to say it on YouTube, myself in the foot, because I have this idea of organic growth and organic likes. I feel like if somebody really likes the video, they're gonna stick around. If somebody really likes your live, they'll be in the live and they'll be engaged in the live. And I don't have to beg for them to hit the like button, child. That's just how I think, but to each his own, right? Hi, Melinda. How are you, Melinda? Melinda, I watched your video yesterday. I feel good because I'm like, all right, I'm making my rounds. And I like to say this, guys, like any content creators, I know that not every single person that shows up to lives are content creators, but just in case, like if you are a content creator and you haven't seen me on your channel, please don't take offense. It's not like on purpose or anything like that. It's not that I think I'm better than you and you come to my channel and I'm not coming to you. It's none of that. So please never think that. What the issue is my time. Like my time is a little limited. Thank you so much, Pretty Heart, for that. Pretty Heart says she shared and liked. Thank you so much, Pretty Heart. But my time is like it's limited. So when I'm like during the day when I'm working, if I watch anything on YouTube, it's normally like a documentary or something because I can listen in the background and not have to like comment and pay attention. When I'm watching a content creator's content, I like to be fully engaged so that I can comment while I'm watching, and I can't do that while I'm working, if that makes sense. Anyway, sorry. Tina, hey girl. How you doing, Tina? I'm going to be talking about a topic today. This is based on two things. I'm going to get to the topic because I don't have much time. And I don't know how you guys will respond, but yeah, we're going to have the conversation. We're just going to talk about things that I saw. So yesterday, I was in Angel's Live. I can't remember if that's her channel name. Is it Angel? I'm terrible with channel names sometimes, guys. Please. It's the 46. It's the perimenopause. Like brain fog. I'm terrible with channel names. But Angel's channel. And she had a live yesterday and she was talking like me and her. It was kind of just me and her at that point. I'm telling you guys, y'all be missing it. Y'all gotta come to Angel's lives. Like I really enjoy her perspective. So anyway, we got on the subject of marriage and she was talking about how she would not want to be in a relationship with someone for like 3 years, 3 or more years, and the relationship is going nowhere. So if that person within that 3 year, hey T, welcome to the live. Harjinin is here. Hi. I need to, Harjinin, speaking of, I want some earrings. So I have to hit you up. Listen, T, this damn lady, this damn Perry, this damn Aunt Flo, I don't like them. Me and them, we used to get along. You know, it's like over time, our relationship is deteriorating quickly, expeditiously. But like the way I always joke about it, because even when I'm feeling like I'm feeling, because I'm under attack right now, if you know what I mean. I like to joke around because it helps me get through it. So one of the jokes that I say, yeah, they trying us, man. I'm like, you are not invited. Get out. Okay. But I like to say that Aunt Flo, what the way that I'm able to process it is like you know how somebody is about to retire or someone is quitting a job or something, and that last couple of weeks they start acting up. and doing what they want. That's what Aunt Flo doing. She doing what she want right now. And she is acting up. She's stomping all over the place, kicking down the door. I'm like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. But anyway, so, child, woo. So anyway, so Angel was talking about that. And I thought that was really interesting because, so backstory on me. So what I'm talking about, guys, let me just start there. I'm going to be talking a little bit about like my perspective on marriage and relationships, and then I want you guys to kind of chime in, like, what do you think? Are you currently in a relationship? Are you thinking about marriage? Were you previously married and now you like, oh hell no, I ain't doing that again? So you guys can join in. I'm just going to kind of be talking about different topics regarding marriage and us, and this kind of ties into what I'm talking about with perimenopause, because perimenopause means you're getting older, and as we get older, waiting for you two to subscribe. Hello, Mr. Blessed Life. Welcome to the live. I'm not sure what you mean, but when we enter in this on this channel, normally what people do is say hello and introduce themselves, because I'm not quite sure what you mean. But so I just like thinking about like my own relationship or my own situation, right? I got married the first time. This is my second marriage, right? I got married the first time when I was really young. And when I got married that time, I don't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. So when I met my husband now, BFF, the one that you guys all met and know, when I met him and we got together, I wasn't I wasn't in a rush. I don't want to say it like in a, like implying that people that are dating with intention are in a rush to get married. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that wasn't like the objective. I wasn't like hoping and wishing for marriage at that moment. So when we were dating, we dated for a long time. We lived together before we got married, the whole bit. Okay, and we didn't get, he proposed to me about 7 years after we got together. But and when he proposed, it was completely, I was in shock. Like I wasn't expecting it. He had done all this stuff behind my back. Like talking to my family, planning stuff and doing all of this behind my back. I had no idea. So when we did end up getting engaged, and then he came to me like, and we're not having no long engagement, I was like, okay, sir. So there was never any pressure to be married. So I often wonder, and I did mention this to Angel as well, is like, is it okay? So being older, like so-called older, right? Like you're over 40 or over 35, and you start feeling like your time is running out, I guess. Is that what it is? Like you feel like your time is running out, and if you don't get married soon, then you fear you will not get married. I don't know. But if you're in a relationship with someone, do you tell them up front, I want to get married? This is a question, guys. Like, do you do this? Like, if you're dating or if you have dated and currently are married, did you talk about marriage quickly after you got together? Was that intention known, or was it something that you just felt out until the day happened when you felt like you wanted to be married? So Glenn, hey Glenn. Hey Richie. How are you, Richie? So Richie says happy single for now. So you're single and you're happy to be single, which is completely and utterly fine, especially if you don't think that you're ready to be in a committed relationship. But you know what the other thing is that I always ask my single friends? I ask them, like, let's say you met a guy. Let's say you were at an event somewhere, because we grown, we go to events. We don't just go to the club. We be at events and whatnot. So let's say you're at an event and you see someone and you find them attractive. Are you the type of woman to approach the guy, or do you wait for him to approach you? Tina says, I am satisfied with being single for now, but I am open to the possibility of a relationship. So that is a good position to have, like being open, like open to the possibility. Yes, Tina, I already knew what you was gonna say, child. I knew that you were my type of girl, because I will definitely approach a guy. I'm not above that, and I think sometimes if you don't approach, like sometimes men can be a little intimidated, and for some women that is a turn off. Like they want their man to take charge all the time, and I get that. But sometimes you gotta just take the first little move and just give him a little smile. Maybe even just say hello and start up a conversation. You don't gotta walk up to him like I did and be like, "You coming home with me?" No, you don't gotta do that. T says, before I was married, yes, we spoke about marriage. I think you should speak about it because they may not want marriage. True. And I think that is definite. Like if you are dating with intention and your goal is Jay, hey Jay. I just saw Jay. Hi Jay. And your goal is to get married, you should definitely let that be known. But then what I think about is, let's say, both of you say yes, eventually I do want to get married. Now, you've been dating for 2 years. You're ready, but the other person is not ready. Do you end the relationship because they're not ready? Yes, Tina said, I like to lay my cards on the table. I love it. So Jay says, I know how to make the guy that I want come to me with energy without having to do anything but push my energy to them. I can be across the room when I do it, child. Energy is powerful. Yes. So that's another way you can do it as well. Um, like you can just, if you have that power, that energy in you to just make them come to you, then fine. But I'm telling you, sometimes they need a little nudge. Sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but I'm not above approaching the guy. T says, now that I am divorced, I don't want to get married right away. Dating for 10 years is okay with me, but next year I could change my mind. So I think that's what I was trying to get at. Because I was married before, when I met my husband, like my real husband, the one I was supposed to marry first, um, I wasn't pressed. Maybe press sounds, I don't want it to sound negative, but marriage wasn't the first thing. It wasn't like I was dating to get married. I just liked him, he liked me, and we just started dating. But I wasn't like, oh, if we not married in 3 years, I'm breaking up with you. It wasn't, I didn't, never had that vibe. And I wonder if that's because I was married already. So I wasn't like, it was fine if we didn't. You know what I mean? I would love to see Tina in action. I want to see. That would be fun. But you know what I think too? I think it's your demeanor, or I think sometimes it's your stance and the way you look. I know in person, I can be very intimidating. Um, so I've heard. And I always look like I have resting you know what face. So I could see how a man would not immediately approach me, right? But if you look inviting and you look like smiley and inviting, then someone might approach you, you know? I don't know if that's it, but I don't even think that deep, child. If I like something, I'm going to go up to it and be like, hey there, what's your name is? And don't tell me no nickname. Give me the name your mama named you. Jay said, yes, I would love to see T. What? I would love to see it. OMG. She said, I am forward. I think we got a little taste of it the other day. I think so. I ain't gonna blow up the spot, but I think we got it. T said, if I would have dated for 10 years, I would have never gotten married because I would have found out he's a habitual Liar. Ooh, Lord. If we could probably trade stories, T. We can probably, I'm going to get my life together and get my members the way I want it so that I can start doing my members only lives and we can have these real conversations on the members only live side. Because there's a story to tell, but I ain't telling it over here. But that habitual liar, that's why I can understand when women are very cautious, or people in general are just cautious before they get married, because what a tangled web we weave. They might be twin brothers. Lie, pants on fire. Lies and ooh, child. But there's a brighter day. There's a brighter day, and there's somebody out there that ain't a lie. Okay. Uh, convince you your girls are. And then that's like that. What's the term that everybody uses now? Why can't I remember? Gaslighting. Gaslighting, like on a million. And this person had some real issues. Gaslit. And then on top of that, there was an age difference. And while they do say that women mature faster than men, I still don't think someone that is 23 should be dating someone that is 33 or 34. That's totally different. Like, you haven't, when you're at 23 years old, you have not, you might be book smart, you might even have a level of street smarts, but you haven't lived long enough yet, baby girl. And you about to get they about to run circles around your ass. Oh, you was 1 year older? Mine was 10 years older than me. He was way too old. And he had already figured out how to be a professional lie. And a professional something else. But what up, Lala? Shoo, you right, T. You right. But I think what I mean by that, it's not just the lying. It was like the more like it's just had more life experience than me. Just had more life experience. What's up, Solomon? I'm here to gaslight. Who wants it? Shut up. Real odds. Hey. So what I was initially talking about or just asking about is if you're a guy, so most of the time men are expected to approach a woman. But how do you feel when a woman approaches you? You too, Mr. Richard. If a lady approaches you, now I know that I think both of you are in committed relationships. So this is a hypothetical, right? I'm not saying that anybody approaches you right now. I'm just saying if you were single and a woman approached you, would you take her seriously? Would you think she was too forward? Would you be turned off by that, or it doesn't matter? I'm just interested to know. Thank you, Richie. He said he had more experience being alive. Man, I wish I could tell you the whole story. He is alive. He was alive. Whew. What's up, Brandon? How are you? So look, he lied on his mama. I don't know what we gonna do. Look, Solomon said, I'm overjoyed if she does. Yeah. Yeah. So anyone in the chat, if you're married right now, how long have you been married? Jay said, honestly, I don't really like when guys approach me without me acknowledging them first. Yeah, it's kind of creepy, ain't it, Jay? It's a little creepy when they do that. But I think if you're like giving each other eyes over like across the way and you kind of been catching each other's eyes, you and his eyes made four a few times, I'm not above making the first move. I would do that. Um, what's up, Elevated? You at work? I know you at work. Real I said it happened before, and I saw nothing wrong with it. I was like, okay, still happens. Ooh, even on here, believe it or not. Ooh, let me find out real. You better tell him. You better you married, ain't you? You got a ring on. Well, people, some of these chicks don't care about no ring until they on the other side. Okay, until they're the wife, then they care. So let me just tell anybody that might come across this video. If the man is married, I don't care if he say, I can't stand my wife, she gets on my nerves. I don't care what he says. If he is married, leave it alone. Okay? Save yourself a lot of trouble. Do not be Clarissa Shields on here smiling and cheesing, talking about you're going to have babies with a man that is not divorced. He is married to the woman. I don't care if they fought all over social media. They are still married. Left it alone. See? Jay said 2.5 years. Oh, 2.5 years. 15 years, Solomon. Big up. Jay said, no, it's not creepy. It's just that 8 out of 10 times you ain't gonna be my cup of tea. I think it's creepy. Don't come up to me, please. No, I'm just kidding. T said, Coach, I heard so many lies. I don't know. I told his mom, that person I married isn't a real person. He's not her son. Lied about his income when he was working, saying he didn't drink, just everything. Girl, I'm telling you, we probably, our stories, we could probably like match it up. Because very much so. And the person that I'm speaking of, he came from a very good family. His father's a doctor, his mom is a nurse. Very good upbringing. If they owned their own home, like they took care of their house, the mom was a doting wife and RN. Like he came from good stock, but decided to not be good stock. And that's a choice you make. I know, real some girl. He said, "Girl, some people don't care." No. And the shinier the ring is, the more it attracts them, which I don't understand. What is your objective here? What do you think is going to happen? So there's two things that could happen, right? Or three things. One, you could get embarrassed, right? By the wife who could come for you, right? Two, let's say he accepts your advances and y'all begin some kind of illicit affair. Who do you think is going to get hurt at the end of that? Him or you? He ain't going to leave his wife for you. So you just gonna be used, and some women feel like the side chick is winning, but at the end of the day, you're not winning, and eventually you're going to get to some place in your life where you may want to consider being in a committed relationship. So when the shoe's on the other foot and you're now the kept woman, you're all of that guilt from you being the side is gonna come flooding back, and you're gonna have the most unpeaceful relationship ever because you can't trust the man you with because you thinking he running outside to be with women that you used to be like. Anywho, Solomon said hello to everyone. Can't read messages because be careful driving, please. Brandon said, every relationship I ever had, the woman approached me first, and I do not recommend. Brandon, why? What happened? T said, no, he didn't. But if he knew them, he would have lied and said that was his family. Oh my God. Ain't that, it's sad. It's like, it's so sad you gotta laugh because what? I'm so glad you got out of that. I'm so glad you got out of that. And I hope that you have been able to heal and live a happy life because, geez Louise. Brandon said, I ain't gonna feel a thing when they irk me, LOL. Right. Solomon said he is not leaving. Exactly. Yeah, I need to know more, Brandon. That's exactly what I was about to ask. Hey, Foodie. I was just about to ask Brandon, what the hell? What happened? Because you said you do not recommend the ladies approaching you. So you got to tell us what happened. I be in some married. I be in some married side. What? I don't know what you mean. You got maybe he's trying to type it. I know it's tough, like when you're trying to type and someone in the chat is like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?" And they don't give you a minute. What? You be in some married pussy? No, don't do it, Brandon. No, Brandon. What's up, Stick? How are you? We're just here talking a little bit about marriage. We're talking about marriage. We're talking about relationship. And I want to tell you guys like the realest thing I heard today. So initially, Stick, what I was asking is, I was asking the ladies, have they ever approached a guy? And I was asking the guys, how do they feel if they've ever been approached by a woman? So that's what some of the answers are. Sticks are good. Oh Lord, it's not anything bad. Like I'm on the happy side of marriage, so I think it's a good thing if you meet someone that's your partner and you guys partner together and you can work things out and you guys are building together. I think marriage can be a blessing. I think it can be a ministry to other people. But then marriage also has a dark side because I was sharing earlier that I was married once before, and that was the dark side of marriage. It was full of lies and deceit and craziness. Craziness. But I thank God that I didn't become bitter because of that situation. And I still was willing and still had an open heart and was still willing to fall in love again. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all not helping my cause. This guy said my ex-wife proposed to me. What? Wait, your ex-wife proposed to you? Oh man, like we're gonna have to have a panel discussion about this because I need to hear these stories. I need Brandon to tell us what's going on. And he over there talking about he and married Pussy. What Taguan? Stick was proposed to. That means that lady got down on her knee and said, "Will you marry me?" Blasphemy. Wait, hold on. Pretty retracted her message. Kiss from Jay said, "I'm mad. I just spent my money on some weak ass food." Shaking my head. Is that what you meant? And they had the nerve to bring me a to-go tray. Where'd you get food from? Who is John Still? Who is John Still? John Still. Who that? I don't know. Babylon. Exactly. You know who else proposed? Remember, I don't know if you guys watched Love and Hip Hop. And that daggone girl got on her knees on national television and proposed to Jim Jones. I was so mad. I was like, get up! Oh, somebody must have said something crazy. I was like, girl, if you don't get up, I was like, if you don't get up, oh, I'm sorry, Jay, because I know you love your pasta. I was like, if you don't get up, what you proposing to the man for? Get up. I will not beg a man to marry me. I will not pressure him and constantly be like, and they still not married. Exactly. And I'm definitely not getting on my knee to propose to a man. That is sacrilegious. Foodie said there is nothing worse than watching something on TV where they can't hear you yelling. Exactly. Jay said, laughing my ass off. Everyone was yelling. I was screaming at the screen. Get up! And we're definitely seeing how childish Jim Jones is as he gets older. He is extremely childish. But what I saw that was the realest. I want to capture this, because I know people be in and out, and I know everybody got their lives and things to do and all of this. So I was watching the Breakfast Club today, and I watched the interview with Dame Dash, and I couldn't, like, Dame Dash is speaking of big kids, but luckily I stuck it out. It was playing in the background, so I was listening as I was working, and someone that he was with, he called him OG. I don't know what, but that man, they need to bring him back and interview him again, because he said the realest, which made me think about and talk about this topic I'm talking about today, talking about marriage, talking about commitment. And if you are thinking about marriage, or if you are married, just really honoring your marriage and making sure that the both of you work together. Like, you're not the enemy against each other. Yeah, Dame he needs some serious help, but the person that he brought with him, he recently lost his wife 5 months ago. His wife of 37 years, I think he said, she passed away. And he had a word this morning for the black men. What's up, Stash? He had a word for black men this morning. He was like, a lot of the culture is promoting being promiscuous, not loving on one woman, not nurturing a relationship with one woman. He said he was married 37 years. And the realest thing that happened between him and his wife happened when he got his hand injured, and he had to wear a cast on his hand. Okay? And as a man, men in the chat, I'm sure you guys will relate to this. So when he had the cast on, he couldn't wipe his behind. Do you know who wiped his behind when he couldn't? It wasn't his boys. It wasn't them chicks outside somewhere. It was his wife. His wife had to wipe his behind each and every time he had to use the bathroom. Now, when we think about a relationship, and you think about being with someone, like really and truly having a partnership with someone, when you look at them across the room, or you use your energy, like Jay says, she used her energy and have the guy come to her. Think about this. Would this motherfucker wipe my ass if I couldn't wipe my own ass? Would they? Solomon, Solomon said that sounds like a shitty situation. Hey, Danielle, my girl, Danielle. Yo, Stash came in at the right time. I'm over here talking about his Harlem people. Yo, Stash, right now Harlem ain't looking good. Y'all looking like a bunch of chatty patties. I don't know what's going on in Harlem. Real Odds said, remember that movie where the man treated his wife like crap and cheated, beat her, but he left for the side, got parried, yup, from the waist down, but she was there to take care of him. Yes. Yes. And there was a message in that. Like, granted, that was the Medea movie. That was Mad Diary of a Mad Black Woman, I think that was. And who is there? Who is truly there for you? When you think about being a man, when you think about really honoring, yeah, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Yep. When you think about honoring your commitment to someone, I think that is what makes people men. That's what makes a man, a boy, a man. And a woman is someone too that honors their commitment. Stash said, nah, Dame just on some BS right now. He'll get it together. I don't know, Stash. Like, he had a chance to get it together today on the Breakfast Club, and he acted a darn fool. I was like, could he sit down? Like, he is tone deaf to what's happening now. He thinks it's still 2005, and he can come onto a platform and call the host a how you doing, and saying it in like a derogatory way. The day for that is over with. You can't do this. T said, I heard nurses say it's a lot of dudes in nursing homes with no visitors because they did the good woman wrong and young girls left when they got sick. And that story happens so many times. And I think, I don't know where that comes from, but sometimes men get to a certain age and I feel like they feel their youth leaving, so they want to suck, pause, the youth out of a younger woman or something. I don't know. But the woman that's been there for them, with them every day, with their old balls sagging to the ground, they leave them and go mess with some little young girl. That's all well and good until you get sick. Like T is saying, you end up in the nursing home. Ain't nobody there to take care of you. And because you didn't do the mother of your children correctly either, the mother is normally the one that got left for the little young thing, your kids don't want to be there for your behind either. And this is not every scenario. So please don't think I'm talking about every single man. Please don't. But I think that's why that happens. Real Odd said there is one story in the Bible, but just that one, Ruth and Boaz, I'm guessing. She made a bold move toward marriage and she was called by God. Danielle could probably speak to that more. I don't know this story. But I'll be interested to learn more. Just Danielle said, I remember that TP1 where she beat him down first, threw his hind parts in the tub. Yeah, Stash said he lost me when he said 50 was captain. I was like, yo, he is hating right now. And he tried to bring up the Diddy documentary. That's why at first I was kind of like, all right, Dame, like you losing me fast, until the brother with more sense came and spoke a word to the young black men out here. Like, it's not about how many women you have. It's about having one quality woman that's going to be there for you and you're going to be there for her. While his wife was passing away, he stayed at the hospital by her side. And he realized, like, time, that's the only thing. We talked about this in Elevators Live. Time is the only thing that you cannot buy. You can't buy back time. You can't do nothing but enjoy what time you have left. And that's what he did while his wife was dying. And he just reiterated that, like, it's not about how many women you have. It's not about how bad she is. It's about how good she is at heart and who's going to take care of you. Who's going to partner with you. Like, we have lost that focus, especially like in the hip hop community. And there's more focus on the amount of women, how bad she is, how fat her behind is, how laid her wig is. I don't know. But the focus isn't on building family and building community. And we need to get back to that. Hi, Mama 3. How are you, darling? Solomon said, I don't care for younger women. Well, you might be you might be one of the few, child, because Elevated. Elevator said, talk about when women wake up one day and don't want to be married after years and years. I think, did I talk about that before? I can. I don't know, Elevated, if that's the direction you want to go in. That would be a good panel discussion too. But I don't know if that's the direction you want to go in. But so since Elevator brought that up, that is another factor too. The reason why I'm talking about the men right now is because of what I watched on the Breakfast Club. But definitely, like, that idea of what is, so okay, I'll pose it in this way. I think where people get it messed up is having a fairy tale idea of what marriage is going to be and what marriage is and what relationships are. Relationships are not running in a bed of flipping daisies every single day, where every day he's coming through the door, he has a gift for you, and he rubs your feet, and the bills are miraculously paid, and the dishes are washed, and there's no drama. There's no, that's not how real marriage is. There are going to be times where you might not see eye to eye. There are going to be times where you're extremely happy and you guys are running in a partnership. You might not feel the romance every single day, and that's okay. I think when people have this kind of lofty idea of what marriage is, that's where you start to see this unhappiness. Like every day is the same. Like we do the same thing every day. It's like, okay. Like, think long term. Think, if I'm barring it being like a physical relationship, or he is gaslighting you all the time and lying to you. I'm talking about like a healthy relationship that might be a little boring. That's what I'm speaking of. Like, get over it, guys. Don't get me stuck. Listen, Danielle trying to get me started. She said old balls, all wiggle, no thrust. And just dangling. Give me a 90. Shut up, Solomon. Danielle said, I am going to look up stats for that elevated. I think there are women that stay with men for the kids, but waking up one day and wanting to leave, how common is that? It's more common in the younger generation, Danielle. If you go on TikTok, you'll see women talking about this, or some women that are like, well, maybe your age. I think you're like 4. You're a little younger than me, Danielle. But they're waking up one day and deciding, to initiate a divorce. And some women, like years after the divorce, they're realizing that they made a mistake. And there's a whole sector that do videos on that as well. T said, I always tell my nephews, if you don't want your daughter to be like her, then you shouldn't be with her. Yes, and also, what another flip side of that is, treat the women you're dating as you would want your daughter to be treated. If you're doing things that you would be pissed if somebody was doing that to your daughter, then maybe we should be reevaluating how we're treating the person we're with. Right? Foodie said, I think some women never want to get married. Yes. I have friends who have said that it's just too much for them. And I think that's okay too. I don't think marriage is for everyone. I don't think having children is for everyone. And I think people should not feel pressured to do either if they do not want to. That's the beauty of living your life. Like, if you don't want to have children, you shouldn't feel forced. If you don't want to get married, people shouldn't be looking at you sideways. If you decide not to drink anymore, people shouldn't be handing you liquor. Like, just let people live their lives, right? Real I said, yes, Danny. They kind of do it more up north. They stay for years, get a job, and leave. Probably due to him being a horrible person, or A, a horrible person, or B, she gets bored. I think the boredom is what does it a lot for those relationships that don't really have any outlying issues. And they divorce for, what's the term they use? Something differences. I cannot say that word. Irreconcilable. That word, differences. When they get divorced for that reason, you know what I'm about to do, right? I'm gonna have Google say it. I cannot. It's not coming out. It's one of those words that just don't want to come out. I can hear it in my head, but it won't come out right. Pause. You ready? I know somebody's saying it. Say it again.
Irreconcilable.
Irreconcilable. That don't sound like how he said it, y'all. But y'all know what I mean. T says, sometimes the person who told you many times they weren't happy, you might of thought it was okay because she wasn't saying anything. True. Once she gets to the point of knowing she will be okay. That's true. That's true too, because sometimes you do tell them you're not happy. You do tell them this needs to change, that needs to change, and nothing changes. And then over a time, you just had enough and you're ready to leave. So that's a possibility, because I think sometimes in relationships, you take the person for granted. But at the same time, but then, I mean, a relationship is two people. So if one person is willing to do the work and the other person isn't, or the other person isn't willing to humble themselves, then that could lead to problems too. So yeah. Zira said financial problems have a way of waking people up. Ciao. That'll wake you up when your lights go out. Won't it? That'll wake you up. I got another 10 minutes, guys. Oh, I see those little girls. They be tripping. Hasty decisions really pan out well. Yeah. It's like younger people, and I think just take your time before you get married then. Like maybe you weren't ready for that level of commitment. You guys are putting it in the chat, but I still can't. I can't. It's like, you know when you can hear the word, but you can't. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but I talk about that often. That happens to me. It's like a glitch in my body, in my brain. There's certain words I can see and I know what it means, but irreconcilable. See, it doesn't. It's not. It's not coming out right. Look, let it out, coach. Danielle said I sound like her on Sunday. Yep. Tina for saying it for. I'd be like, Tina, how you say that word? Look, I say Google. How you say that word? Look, Google. How you say it? Go on, say it for me.
Irreconcilable.
Irreconcilable. See, we're I'm putting "r" and there's no "r" in it. Irreconcilable. Irreconcilable. See, sire. I'm going. I don't know where that comes from. Maybe I need a speech pathologist. Irreconcilable. Irreconcilable. Is that correct? Irreconcilable. 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 Ask me tomorrow how to say it. No R. It's so hard. Like, I want to put the R there. That's irreconcilable. Irreconcilable. Leave me alone, elevated. La 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 la. I'm over it, guys. But you guys, like Mama 3, she got the right thing. She laughing at me. That's it. Let's laugh. It's funny. Britt, what's up, Yolanda? How you doing, girl? We were just talking about marriage. I think this would be a good panel discussion to talk about. If you haven't, guys, if you want to check out the clip of of what I was talking about on the Breakfast Club, I don't think I can play it. Maybe I could play the words. I don't know. I'm not sure what the rules are with the Breakfast Club. I know that they copyright this stuff. I know that. But what that man that came up on there with Dame Dash said was so powerful to me. Solomon said, try saying butter. That's easy. Irreconcilable. Ooh, child. That is not, listen, there are certain words that I don't know if it's like remnants of an accent or I just have a glitch in my brain. Everybody has like something. And that's my thing. Like the words, certain words, I can try to say it, but it's not going to come out right. And that's okay. Ain't it? We move. And thank God for Google over here. Because when I have issues, I just go to Google and it'll tell me how to say it. It's Zira. Is my girl Zira still here? Some people can't pronounce too many syllables. I think that's what it is. I think when there's several syllables, because even like if there's a name and there's like mad letters in the name, I can't. It looks like mishmash. I have to ask my husband. Like he's very good at that. He can sound out any word. When I remember being back in school when we would do like the English class and we would have to break words down. Did you guys do that in school too? And they would be like that diagram and you had to break words down and the adjective and the verb and the this and the that and all. Over my head. Oh, shut up. I can't say amethyst. Is that how you say that? I don't know. Let's Google it. I'm not even messing with you, Solomon. Okay, you want to laugh? All right. Supercalifragilistic. Oh, expialidocious. But that's a song. So, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But that's only because I know the song. But amethyst or amethyst, how do you say that? Is that correct? Somebody said. You know what? Y'all say this. Say, let's see if we can do it. Okay. She sells seashells by the seashore. Remember that? She sells seashells by the seashore. She shells. See, look, she shells. Say that, Solomon. I said it right the first time. What? What did I say right? The supercalifragilistic Now I'm gonna tear it up, child. Look. All right, just key. I mess up the word crimson. Is that crimson? Y'all laughing at me. Listen, you gotta be able to laugh at yourself, man. If you can't laugh at yourself, if you take yourself too seriously, try your best to start laughing. Have a little giggle. Laugh at your flaws, man, because we all got them, and you can still win, child. Just zhuzh up what you're good at. Zhuzh that up, and then acknowledge what you're not good at. You know, that's okay. It's okay to not be good at everything. Once you get that out of your head that you have to be this perfect person or perfect all the time, it helps you. No sound. Oh no. Can you guys hear me? No sound. Oh no. Oh, maybe a call came in? Oh, you can hear me? Just put a 1, guys. Okay, you can hear. Danielle said she can hear. Zara said she can hear. You're good. Okay, good. Because child, you know how my internet like to do what it want. Foodie said I had to cut part of my cruise vlog because I couldn't say MSC seashore without breaking out laughing. Forget seashells on the seashore. I couldn't say MSC woo! That is, yeah, MSC seashore. You gotta break. Seashore. MSC seashore. Child. MSC, I would believe you should have left it in the vlog. It would have been funny. You gotta laugh. Look, Solomon said I can't stop laughing at myself. It's stupid. Yes, but I'll be saying crimson, or Christian or in several wrong versions of that word. Everybody has a thing, like a word that they can't say, or they say it differently or weird. It is what it is, child. Or maybe it's not words. Maybe you have you have great oration skills and you're able to speak really well, but there's another area that you're not as strong in. It's okay. Like, it is what it is, man. Life goes on, man. Oh, your kid plugged in the Bluetooth. Oh, you know how that Bluetooth do. You know how that Bluetooth is. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much all I've got for today. Mama got to go back to work and everything. But I would really like to further this conversation. I don't know, is Elevated, I don't know where he is. I don't know if he wants to talk about this. I have no idea. But I'm going to, I don't know if you guys have noticed, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but the last like month or so, I've been slowing down on content. That's because I'm about to rev it back up to everyday posting, and I'm gonna like start doing my Sunday lives again, with different things every week. So I've been giving myself like time to just do my lives and chill a little bit before the storm, before Coach Me Rain, she coming, okay? So, just so you know, that's what's going on with me right now. So as far as vlogs, I haven't posted a vlog in like a week. I think it's funny. Oh, most people don't say specific, right? Am I saying it right? They say Pacific, right? Isn't that what people mostly say? But it's specific. That's a very difficult word to say. Specific. You know what you have to do? You kind of have to clench your teeth a little bit. Specific, not Pacific. Pacific is the ocean. How you doing? There's a lot of words. Or people, you know what? But I can spell. How about that? There are people that really ruin the English language with their spelling. And they do not know how to correctly use there, and they are. Okay? There, THERE, means a place. Like, it's over there. THEIR is a possessive word. So it's theirs, right? They are black. See the difference? But people be tearing them words all the way up. I could say those. Oh, ask. They be like axe. Oh, and the other one that really, but I think this is a Southern thing too. I think this is a Southern thing. When like the plural, the past tense of look is looked, not looked in. She looked it this way, or he looked it. That's not a, no, it's looked. But a lot of folks say looked it. A lot of people do that. So everybody got a thing, and it is what it is. Like, it's, you know, I'm not the English police because I don't speak perfect English either, do I? They be like, she looked it, such and such. Oh my God, she looked it. I'm like, looked it. It's looked. But a lot of people do that. But ask. Remember, I don't know if you guys, do you remember the movie, with T.C. Carson? I'm not looking at the chat because I was trying to remember on my own, trying to use my brain power to remember the name of the movie where he was a newscaster and he got whiter and whiter as the movie went on. Why can't I remember? Living Large. And in the movie, she was teaching him how to say ask versus axe. Because he was saying, I axe. And it's not an axe. She was like, this is an axe. And he was like, all right, damn, ask. Anyone? Maybe not. But anyway, that's a big word that people say incorrectly. Hey there. That's definitely a big word that people say incorrectly, but it is what it is, guys. She was like, this is an axe. And he was like, all right, ask, ask, ask. But we all got a thing, child, especially with language. And it depends like where you're from, I guess. Or if you're speaking casually or if you're speaking more formally, you know, it is what it is. But I know for me, my thing is those words that have like a lot of syllables. It's like my tongue gets tied. It goes like that. I don't know. Anyway, you don't care. Or maybe you do. But I like to have fun with you guys. I really do enjoy doing these lives. I appreciate everybody that comes through and hangs out. And humor's an old lady, you know? So I'm going to get back to work. And, oh yes, and your family. Because I think that looked it thing comes from like your family of origin or your neighborhood. And the they, there, and there, that's the one right there. That's the one. And social media kind of blows people up because you have to write all the time. And people be tearing them things up. And there's another one too. There's another one that people tear up too. I can't think. But there's another one. But anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video today, the vlog today. I mean, the vlog, Lord have mercy. The live today. 2 and 2. Oh, T. Before, okay, we got to finish teaching the people, right? 2 and 2. Want versus want. There's more. There's so many. But the 2 and the 2, that drives me nuts. When people put 2 TOO, like, I went to the store to get blah, 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 and they put TOO. I'm like, 2 TOO is expressing a greater quantity kind of thing. So if you put too much of something in a thing, then it's TOO. Or also, right? TOO. I want to go to TOO. 2. See, I don't remember the term for the word to, like what, it's not a verb, I don't know what it is. It's a thing. It's not a thing, but you know what I mean. But that's how you use them. That's how you differentiate when you use each one. And want versus won't. That's very different. And now it's want and won't. How the hell do people mess up want and won't? But you know what? I wonder if in school, for anyone that has school-age kids, do they teach what are those words called? What is it called when you take the knots and make it into the apostrophe T? What is that called again? Oh my God. I ain't been in school in a minute. What are those words called? Conjunction words? They be like, I got 2 of them at the store. Oh, Lord have his mercy. Contractions. Thank you. Because I'm like, what is it? Conjunction? I forgot. It's contraction word. I wonder if they teach that in school anymore. And like, when you do have and you make that into a contraction. Like, do they teach that anymore in school? Because I don't think they do. Just like they don't teach cursive. Because that would help people to understand the difference between those 2 words. That's interesting that want and won't. People are confusing it. Contractions. Oh shoot, who's pregnant? Ain't nobody pregnant over here. That's Cardi B. I hope they teaching it in schools. Like, anyone have like young kids? Do they come home with that from school? Like, because when we were in school, like, I remember it was like 1st and 2nd grade, we were learning that. We learn cursive in first grade. Uh, we learn multiplication tables. Like, do we still do that in school? Because I know they be having new math and new everything. So, are they teaching kids AI in kindergarten, child? Mom of 3 said, I have a 5-year-old. I'll find out soon. Okay. Because I wonder if that's being taught in schools, or are parents just going to have to teach their kids that's kind of stuff. And like if they're just teaching to the test in school. I wonder. Because that would be interesting, because that would explain to me why people are having an issue with want and won't. Because they don't even mean anything near each other. Because I can understand like they, there, and there, they are. People confusing those because they're so close. But okay, I'm gonna go for real now. I thank you guys so much for being here. I got 25 whole likes, and all I did was talk about marriage, child. Wait, Lily said, I don't know. I'm a boycott the school because I feel my son, instead of learning, he knows less in school. Huh. There's something to that. I wonder if they're teaching all of that stuff. I would be really interested to know. Like any um teachers or anybody with any young kids, let me know. If you're watching the replay and you watch this far, let me know. They don't teach the same anymore. Yeah, he doesn't know stuff. Shaking my head like, what the heck you in school for? What grade is he in? And with the No Child Left Behind, it's okay to do the bare minimum. Like, I wonder, because I'm like, do they? I don't think they teach cursive anymore. I don't think the kids know how to like learn cursive. We used to do that. We used to have music time. We used to do all kinds of stuff in school. But I don't think they do all of that anymore. And then you had to know your multiplication tables, and we would play games, like, and you would get prizes. Like we would do like a math bee, and you would have. Do they do this? And the teacher would have the flashcard, and she'll put up like 9 times 3, and you have to, whoever said it first, you have to run to the front and then come back, and then the next person went, and then whoever got it wrong, you have to sit down. Like, y'all play games like that in class? And that would teach you. You would go home and study your times tables because you wanted to win. And so I think people don't know their times tables now. I mean, you could use your calculator on your phone, I guess. See, look, Mama 3 said, I told my son to sign his check. He printed his name. They expect my son to know his multiplication tables. Like, yo, for real, he's 6. You the teacher, teach him. But you can do stuff at home too, Lily. Because my mama used to do that. She had, before we went to school, because she's a teacher, so maybe that's why, child. Before we went to school, this lady put all the time. She went to this damn store and bought poster board and made times tables of all of the times tables, and she put it in the little spare room downstairs and turned that into our classroom. Oh. I'm like, wait, we got school at home? I don't want school at home. But it helps. It does help. He said I should have said signature. Like, what? So, but he can sign his name, right? Can he? Mama 3 says, Lily, have him watch Number Block. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's stuff on TV and whatnot that he can watch to help him. Mama 3, yep, my niece who's 15 as well don't know how to do cursive. See, I think they're not teaching them. They're not teaching them cursive. Yeah, we had school at home. We used flashcards for our chillins. Not really, but he tries. See, that's like we were taught that in school, and we had to take it home, and it was homework, and we had to trace the A. Remember that? And then you had to know how to write in cursive, and then you would have like this little test, your spelling test, and that was the test to show if you knew how to write cursive, because you would get points for spelling the word correctly in cursive. But I don't know, child. They don't do that no more. I don't know what they teaching these kids then. Yeah, my 5-year-old knows how to read because of flashcards. Yeah, helping them at home really does help. Making them only watch educational stuff on TV. I don't know if they still have Leapfrog products. When my daughter was little, that's all the toys that she had were Leapfrog products that were like teaching her the sounds, like A is, how does it go? A says ah, da, 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 and it would like have these different songs for each letter. And a child hearing that over and over and over and over and over, it kind of helps them as they get, into that reading age. Because she read very young, but I would teach her at home just like my mama did me. I went to Catholic school and they were strict about learning cursive. Yes, and I'm pretty sure in Catholic school they would bang the thing on your knuckles, the ruler on your knuckles if you didn't know it. But they don't do that no more. That's a shame. But okay, guys, I know I said I was leaving. I really am. But the Leapfrog stuff is still around. Okay, Leapfrog is amazing. So Leapfrog, oh, it's open. Good. Leapfrog is amazing. It really, really helps. It really helps. And then I used to also do workbooks, flashcards with my baby girl, and that helped. Um, Teaching her how to do cursive at home. It's like you gotta teach them what they need to know, child. Because I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. So it's around still. I didn't know if it was, because this was a long time ago. This is 20 years plus. So, but yeah. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm rambling at this point. I know we can talk more and more about flashcards and stuff like that. I wish I could just stay live with you guys and just have conversations until no one's here. Maybe one day, maybe when I'm able to, parlay into doing what I want to do full time, I can do that more. But right now, Mama got to go back to work. I thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.